Come on, Jose, where are you? $7:20 left. And the Packers are back in the chart. The line's up, even though they're down 18. And I'm sitting here waiting for my partner. Took him long enough. Hi, Kevin. At least I gave him the link.
It's done. Today's already hectic enough for me as is.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I knew we were going to have to react to this, but better than playing Fortnite, in my opinion.
That, and if you want to get your vent your Yankee frustration out, do it now.
Do I really have to? You have no idea how angry I am. Here's the honest truth. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Disappointed that the New York Yankees couldn't even do their damn jobs against Los Angeles. They didn't just lose. They lost badly. Winning Game 4 was a fluke. They should have been swept. And that would have been more hilarious.
In my view, it boils down to Aaron Boone's overkill gambling habit with the bullpen.
Don't you mean Aaron Boone's over management simulator?
Yeah, I mean, normally that's something Dave Roberts gets cast as a scapegoat for.
I know.
In any case, welcome to the MegaMets podcast Power Struggle 2024 predictions from Edion Arena in Osaka. Ironic that in 2 weeks we're coming back here for the New Japan Stardom crossover event.
Yeah, and the event is tomorrow, so we better make sure our votes count.
A horrible pun. We'll start off with a kickoff match. Shoma Kato, Captain Suicida, Tiger Mask against Ninja Mack, the DKC, and Yo. You got one team with a young line on it. That team's can fodder. I'm taking Yo, Mack, and DKC.
I'm taking them as well. Sorry, Shoma, but your team's got no chance. None at all.
You're up.
Now we begin. Our first match will be Katsuya Murashima, Paris de Silva. I'd rather put this a 10-man tag match, basically. 5v5. Katsuya Murashima, Paris de Silva, Jude London, Kevin Knight, and Kushida will take on the Bullet Club. Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors, Drilla Moloney, Robbie X, and Taiji Ishimori.
Yeah, for those who haven't figured it out, these first couple matches are basically made up of teams that failed to make the Super Junior Tag League final.
They tried. All things considered.
Yeah, War Dogs, you fucking blew it. You couldn't win one more match after your first three?
You blew it just as bad as the Giants did against the Commanders today. Come on.
Reserve neck McDable equals living in North Korea. He deserves neck and noose.
Yes, I agree.
While younger generations of Giants fans who have been casting DJ as the scapegoat constantly give this bastard an out, I can never figure out. I mean, Jones wasn't that terrible today.
Here's the problem. Jones was Gettleman's little pet. You forgot that Gettleman
I know that.
drafted
I'm
him in the
saying
first
that in
round.
regards to how much flack he's gotten at home this year, Jones today was not that terrible at home.
I blame it on their defense. Their defense was pathetic.
I also blame it on Gable still.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Because when you think about it, the fact he's constantly throwing Jones out there is because he wants Jones to be scapegoated. He wants Jones out after this year so he can get a new quarterback in 2025. But you know what's sad about that?
Yeah.
Gable can't even tank this team, right? Because I checked Tankathon. Giant, because there's a 7-way tie at 2-7 at the top of the draft board. You know where the Giants rank?
Where?
6th.
They're in 6th? These motherfuckers can't even tank right.
And the Panthers lost today, knocked them down from number 2 to number 3. I mean, Panthers win, I should say.
Yeah, my God. Jesus. They can't even tank right. I mean...
Which makes it more frustrating that we can't even list this next Sunday's game against Carolina and Germany as a gimme.
I know, and that's saying something.
Against a team whose owner basically wanted the fucking soccer squad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is the only reason he bought the Panthers and David Tepper.
Fuck David Tepper. He should have never bought the team, all things considered. We apologize that we just went vehemently off course. Because let's just say things got a little bit frustrating. Giants lost. Jets, it won't make much of a difference.
What's more terrifying is the Jets actually won on Halloween. I'm worried that another moon's going to get blown up.
Yeah. You told me that already.
Beware the Strouds.
Okay, let's make our prediction be. Let's get back on topic. Let's get on topic with the 10-man tag.
War Dogs.
I already told you the match. Let's see who we predict to win this.
War Dogs.
Yeah. The War Dogs against Bullet Club. Jeez. It's going to get ugly.
Taking the War Dogs in that one.
Yeah. I'm also picking the War Dogs on it.
Next up.
Yeah, well, I was meant to say is no bullets flying today.
True. Next up, Dragon Dia, Ryusuke Taguchi, Tomoaki Honma, and Toru Yano take on Bushi, Hiromu, Yota, Inaito, Ustedes, Los Ingobernables de Japón.
You nailed it pretty much correctly. That's gonna be a bit. You got a good 6-man. You got a good 8-man tag. Mm-hmm. I swear, why are we getting a lot of tag? I know this is like the leftovers from the tournament, but geez, with all this, that's gonna be one hell of a show. I'll give it that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, with World Tag League is fast approaching.
Yeah, the question is which 16 teams are going to be a part of it. I mean, I'm going to be doing Fighting Spirit Unleashed this coming Friday.
I'll be there for that.
For the prediction show?
Yeah, I am going to be there. Why would I not be?
We'll do it either Wednesday or Thursday night.
Whichever's better. Okay, so I'm just going to pick my vote. I'm picking the team of, let's see, Los Ingobernables de Japón.
I also go LIJ.
Yeah, that's a pretty good prediction. Okay, next up, we have another tag match. It's Hiroshi Tanahashi and Bolton Oleg versus House of fucking Torture. Are you fucking serious?
Evil and Ren Narita. Originally, this was supposed to be Tanahashi and El Phantasmo against House of Torture, but Phantasmo ended up getting sick.
Yikes. Getting sick is like the worst thing you could ever do.
Now, this could go one of two directions with this match. On the one hand, you could have Bolton pin in Narita and get himself a TV title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. On the other hand, you could have Narita pin Oleg and get himself and any two of the remaining four or five of the House of Torture a 6-man title match, which at the soonest would happen at the finale of the World Tag League on the 8th in December the 8th in Kumamoto, and at the latest and at the worst, December 23rd in Korakuen Hall. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't see either Evil or Tanahashi in the pin because they're trying to set up the match between those two at Wrestle Kingdom. And for the love of God, whether you do it here tomorrow morning / tonight in Osaka or at any point during the Tag League Tour, put the stipulation in for the Tokyo Dome match that if Tanahashi wins, House of Torture dies, and if Evil wins, he becomes Sacho for the Wrestle Kingdom match.
Yep. That should have been that should be a needed stipulation, all things considered.
Problem is, I don't know which way to go with this, but for the hell of it, I'm going to take Tanahashi and Oleg so Oleg gets that EV title shot at the Dome.
Fair enough. I'll probably do the same. Now let's move on to the next match. Now we get to the good stuff. Surprisingly enough, this next match has no titles on the line whatsoever. It's between Shota Umino versus Sanada. And according to our singles records, Sanada is 2-0.
My main complaint with this match is the time limit. When you consider that this is basically a number one contenders match to go to the Tokyo Dome for the IWGP World Heavyweight title, why wasn't this given a 60-minute time limit instead of 30?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at this, the fact that Sanada lost to Zack at Royal Quest 4 should be an obvious enough tell that he needs to be at the back of the line so Umino can get the world title shot. I get that Zack and Sanada have remarkable chemistry with each other. The problem here is it'd be too soon to shoot Sanada back to the front of the contenders line.
Yep.
And personally, like I said, the better part of the last year and a half, my main complaint with the IWGP World Heavyweight title is that the majority of title matches have involved former or current operatives of Los Ingobernables de Japón.
I find that a bit bothersome, at least.
Kidding. It's fucking bothersome.
I'm just going to make my predictions and say Sanada. Sanada got to make it 3-0.
I'm going Shooter. Third time's a charm.
Third time is always the charm. Okay, let's move on to our next one.
We now get to the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles. Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols of the Mighty Don't Kneel take on the United Empires, KOPW Provisional Champ Gray Khan, and Hanare. We know these two will be in the World Tag Teams, will be in the World Tag League. Question is, which block will they be in? And in this case, who's leaving with the tag titles in hand? Because you got to remember, Team DK's plate is going to be pretty full this week. Not only do they have to defend the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles tomorrow in Osaka, they got to catch a flight to America, then a few days later, land in Boston and defend the strong openweight tag titles against Grizzled Young Vets at Fighting Spirit Unleashed on Friday.
That's nuts. All things considered, that's nuts. They're going to have a busy schedule.
Damn right they are.
Considering that the tag team record is 1-1, whoever wins it will either retain or obtain. Okay, it didn't sound right, but still.
Now, they're going to split the whole fiasco between the two factions this weekend and tomorrow. I'm going to say TMDK retains.
I will also say they retain.
We get a special guest appearance from Kenny Omega.
Yep.
As he will be appearing at Wrestle Dynasty on January 5th, also in the Tokyo Dome, where he says he's going to be teaming with Tanahashi.
This will be interesting.
But now let's get to the next match.
This is it. The finals of the Super Junior Tag League 2024. We have the Ichiban Sweet Boys, Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita, up against Catch 22, TJP, and Francesco Akira.
Of course, also for Catch 22, this is a chance to defend their spots as they won the tournament last year.
Meaning that if they win this, they will be two-time champs.
Which isn't a very rare set in case when you look at the last 6 or 7 or 8 tournaments. I mean, Roppongi 3K won 3 straight.
That's insane.
From 2017 to 2019. But how do you play this out?
Yeah, that's the bigger concern.
In my view, it's experience that's the X factor, and I'm giving it, and I'm throwing the crowns up. Catch 2-2 going back to Wrestle Kingdom. As much as I don't want Catch 2-2 versus Intergalactic JetSetters, it's the most logical matchup.
And it's also the most obvious.
Mm-hmm. Even though I wouldn't mind seeing Fujita and Eagles get that crack. I mean,
I'm also going with Catch 2-2.
I mean,
so they can be 2-time.
It's been almost 3 years since Robbie's been on the Wrestle Kingdom card. The last time he was, it was a 3-way tag team match for the IWGP Junior Tag titles when he was in Chaos, teaming with Tiger Mask as the Flying Tigers against the Mega Coaches, Rocky Romero and Ryusuke Taguchi, and Taiji Ishimori and El Fantasma. Where the secret behind how potent El Fantasma's super kick was revealed with a metal sole hidden in his boot.
Yep.
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Toki defends against the returning Master Wado. Wado has won 3 of the 4 matches against Toki over their careers. Will the 4th be the lucky one where he finally ascends to the top of the mountain? I mean, he would have been given a junior title push and not Sho and Kanemaru taking his leg out.
Yeah, indeed.
But Toki has shown how far he's come. His junior title run has been good, even if 2 of his 3 defenses have been against scumbags in the house. Even if all 3 of his previous defenses have been against Bullet Club operatives, 1 from the main branch, that being Ishimori, and 2 from the shit heap, that is the House of Torture.
I agree.
But now he's facing a guy who's basically got no faction. He's from Hontai. I'm going to say Doki.
Fair enough. Doki shall retain.
If it comes full circle that Hiromu gets the crack at Wrestle Kingdom, I wouldn't be having an issue with it.
I know.
You're up.
Next up, the semi-main for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. David Finlay, the champion, will face off against Taiji.
Of course, Taiji only doing this because after Finlay's victory over Hiroki Goto at King of Pro Wrestling, he originally called out Yuya Uemura. But again, elbow issue for Uemura.
Elbow issue is always an issue.
If he does come back at Power Struggle, it'll be to challenge Finlay at Wrestle Kingdom and nothing else.
Yep.
And that's at best. At worst, we're not seeing Uemura until New Beginning in either Sapporo or Osaka in the coming February. That said, you need the Rebel. I need the Rebel. New Japan need the Rebel. Bullet Club need the Rebel. And the world need the Rebel. I'm taking Finlay.
Fair enough. I'm also taking Finlay. He will retain. And now, you.
In the main event, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. The challenger, current never openweight class champion Shingo Takagi, faces the front man, the Dragon, faces the front man and leader of TMDK, and current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr. A rematch from 3 years prior, with the roles reversed. The only problem with the 2021 match was it was during. Let me get some for visual aid.
Please do.
The problem was with that match, it was during COVID era Japanese wrestling, which
that was not pretty.
Everyone had to wear one of these fucking things over their faces. Seriously, it's been so long since I last wore this damn thing.
This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Had to wear one of these over their damn faces. They couldn't cheer, and their only motives of showing support or disdain would have been
I was not a fan of that time.
Throw in capacity caps, social distancing, and everyone except the wrestlers that were wrestling the matches being forced to this shit.
All of that was complete horseshit. I'll just say it.
Up until last May. Especially now that we know everyone was lied to about it.
Yep.
The whole planet was lied about that COVID crap.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're trying to push bird flu with the elections less than 30 hours away. Bullshit.
Yes, it is.
Either way, I'm giving this to Zach.
Wise choice. Zach will retain. Sorry, Takagi. Even though the record was 3-2, it's going to be 4-2 by the time all is said and done.
That's for sure. In any case, that's it for tonight's MegaMets. We'll be back either this coming Wednesday or Thursday when we do New Japan's Fighting Spirit Unleashed. And then we'll be back the following week to do not just Historic Crossover 2 between New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom. And then on November 22nd, we will be doing our predictions for AEW Full Gear. And to wrap up the month of November, November 27th, 8 o'clock, we'll also be doing around that time between Historic Crossover and Full Gear. We'll also do our predictions for the World Tag League. And on November 27th, if we can get Haven Knight to join us, we'll do our predictions of Survivor Series. I do it the Friday or Saturday of that event, but I'm going to Wrestle Kingdom that weekend.
Yeah, there's that.
For those who don't know, that's a massive wrestling convention in Winston-Salem, North Carolina that happens every Black Friday weekend. In any case, comment, like, subscribe, not just to us, but also the other members of the Big Blue Crew. He's Mega Man NG. I'm Mets2128. Goodbye, and good fucking night. Bang.
Bang.
Thanks, Jose.
Always. See you in the next one.
Gotcha.